So the third way of building sales is to increase the check average. And there are some very good things about doing that and some very dangerous things about doing that. So essentially, the good things are you can grow sales. You can raise your prices and grow sales. And you can cover up and offset a lot of higher expenses. The downside of doing that is people may come less often. And they may think that you are more expensive, and they may think that you are not as with it, and you're going to build your business on their back. So sometimes when you raise prices, it can be a little bit dangerous. You have to be very, very careful. And if you're going to do that, the best way to do that is do it 2 to 4 times a year or so. Take your highest moving items on an annual basis to do the math. Figure out how much you sell in a year and move those prices nominally, because they're the least resistant to price increases. So when you take your highest sellers, they are not very price resistant. So you can raise your top sellers by 50 cents or $1, and people don't really care that much. It's not going to hurt they're not going to trade out of that item and hurt the volume of that item. They're going to continue to buy it. There's also things that you can do, like make sure that you set goals for your staff every day of how many appetizers you want to sell, how many drinks do you want to sell. But you have to keep the data out in front of the people that are doing all the work, which are really the servers at the table. So you have to make sure that you empower them, and you have to give them goals. Another way would be to work with your lowest performing servers. So the ones that are at the bottom of the check average amount would be the ones that you would not pick on, but you would meet with them and you'd say, hey, look, we got to bring up your app sales, we got to bring up your beverage sales, here's the average, you're below average, we can help you build this, and this is good for you, because people do what's important to them. They'll make it a mission of their own. So if you can say, look, you're going to make more money when you do this too. It's not just about us, this is about you too as a server. So one of the other ways that you can also increase the check average is by bundling or layering, putting packages together. So soup, salad might offer more value to the guest. They might say, if I bought a sandwich, it was $10. If I bought a bowl of soup, it was $6. My total would be $16. Well, I can get both of those things. A soup, maybe it's a cup of soup instead of a bowl, maybe it's a half a sandwich instead of a full sandwich. But you can build packages like that that offer higher value where the guest still gets what they want. Maybe they're not getting as much as they want, but they're getting what they want at a reduced price. And at the end of the day, they actually end up spending more. It doesn't feel like it, but there was a reason that one of the largest hamburger places in the world decided to couple up and combine burgers, French fries, and soda, because they were getting a burger order and a French fry order, but maybe not the soda, and then maybe it was fries and a soda, or maybe it was a burger and a soda, but they weren't getting all three repeatedly. Now when you go to a place like that, it's very common for you to order a combo, and essentially they raised their check average by bundling that together. There is an optimal check average. The check average is optimized when your sales are growing, when your guest counts are growing, and your ticket average is growing. So people are spending more money, they're coming in more often, and your sales are growing right along with it. You know you've got it optimized at that point. When you see things, for example, you've raised prices and you see your guest count start going the other direction, you know you've probably gone at the wrong, you've increased your prices too much. And then in some cases you might not raise your prices, or you might have done some coupling that drove your check average down and you see your counts going way up. You have to analyze that data and say, how long do you want to do that? And does the amount of people, the new people coming in, offset the decrease in check average? Because sometimes it does. And then you need to start incrementally working those prices back up. But increasing the check average is a good thing to do because you have to, and consumers don't care as much as you think they might. They're not as price resistant. They understand that the price of everything has gone up. Minimum wage is going up or has gone up. Food prices traditionally go up, beverage prices go up. The guest understands that you need to raise your prices. Just be careful when you do it. Do it strategically and do it very smartly. And if you need help, call a buddy or call a friend to run some stuff by them, because it's not ever a bad thing to have another voice in there.